This is Anna Yeager. She's co-founder and designer of Redland Cotton, and Mark Yeager, also co-founder and farmer, Redland Cotton. Tell us about your cotton story. What's the pro-American? And this is Saxby. Say hi to Saxby. I don't know, random dog and owner named?
JP.
And JP, just kind of guys walking around.
Right.
That's what we do up here. Can you tell us about your story?
Yeah, so we started this about 3 years ago. My dad's been growing cotton since the 80s, and my brother's farm with him now, and we partnered together to create a direct from farm to home linen line, bedding and bath towels, all made in the southern United States.
And has it always been direct? Or how did you start the farming business?
Well, my dad invested in farmland, and I kind of fell into it natural, but I had always wanted to take our cotton we were growing and make a finished product out of it, and kind of were enthused to do that in 2015, and after many struggles, we got it done.
And what really struck me, and by the way, you sent me a sample of your linens. They're phenomenal. They're just beautiful.
Thank you.
So you want to keep it in America. Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, we felt it was essential to our story, you know, being in agriculture and wanting that to prosper. Seeing the textile industry in America decline, we felt like that was essential to our story and became a mission after we got into it and found that it was really a dying breed.
Mark, tell us about the state of farming in America right now, agriculture in America. A lot of people are saying, you know, with the NAFTA agreements and some of the Chinese agreements that there's pressure on farmers, price pressure on farmers. What are your thoughts?
Right now, there is a lot of price pressure on farmers. Everybody is looking to the news every afternoon and seeing what kind of negotiations took place today with China. In fact, today looked like a better day. I noticed cotton's up today, and so are the corn and grains. But the farmers in America are prepared to deliver more than what we can use and make our country a great exporter of farm products. But we do need
So tell me about this, guys. And I used to be a commodities trader, broker and trader, and I traded cotton, I've traded corn, ags, I've traded energy, traded them all. Where are we on the import-export on our cotton crop? Do we oversupply the United States? In other words, do we have to sell excess supply overseas, or do we have to import to meet our demand?
Really, I guess about 1990 when NAFTA and then when the China came into the WTO. Before that, we were using nearly all the cotton we grew. Now we grow about 21, 22 million bales, and we're only using about 3 million in our own industry.
What happened?
Cheap labor, and I think another big thing was unregulated environmental concerns, like, you know, that China and those places have trashed their environment.
So it's basically, see if I'm getting this straight. We have so much regulation, the EPA, et cetera, the Farm Bill, whatever. We have so much regulations. It's cheaper to produce a bale of cotton overseas.
Yeah.
And if you dump it into the United States, it drives your profits down. But you, on the other hand, if you're on the production side of linens, that might be bad for him, but good for you.
Yeah, I mean, if you were just a basic person out there trying to make some bedding, it would not make a lick of sense to make it here. The prices just can't compete, and there's no motivation and no reason for anybody to make anything here. You can't spin well here. Almost all of the weavers are gone, especially for wide goods like we're making with bed linens. And basically, there were 2 weavers making wide cloth when we started this.
Tell me what that means.
They're making cloth wide enough to make a bed sheet.
Okay.
So we're weaving 114 inches wide. And now there's only one of those left in the United States. The second to the last closed this summer. And I mean, I recall it just being devastating to everybody down the supply chain.
So am I getting this straight? You like what President Trump is doing with China?
I love what he's doing with China. I think we got to hold him to it. I think China should have to buy a pound of raw cotton for every pound they export back to our country in finished goods, which is tons of it.
And he's doing the same thing with steel.
Yeah.
He's doing it across the board. Personally, I got to be honest with you, I love your product. I just like the free market. And I feel that these tariffs and fees, import fees and tariffs, they're less than free. I know this farmers hate for me to say that, but my feeling is freer the better. So let me ask you this: so are your sheets more expensive than some that we might find because of the higher price of U.S. cotton?
Actually, no. We are able to be competitively priced with a bunch of products that are made overseas in Pakistan and India.
How do you do that?
We're honestly, I mean, we're going direct to consumers, so that with online and e-commerce, it makes it easier, but we're just not marketing it up as much. So I feel like our prices are very fair for what we're doing here.
Well, we're higher than Walmart in some places,
For sure.
but we're a lot lower than some of the high-end products.
So you're middle of the range, and by the way, they're phenomenal. These sheets are just absolutely terrific. We're showing some of the people working with you. Who's that?
Yeah, that is Dorothy. She is about 80 years old,
I love
and
this. That's Dorothy.
yes, she sews in all of the elastic in our fitted sheets.
That's my farm right there.
There's your farm. Oh gosh, I love this. This is American business right there, folks. Right there. What's next for Redland?
We are going to be launching some pillows and comforters
You know what
here
you
in the
need to
next
hook
couple
up
months.
with? Our friend Mike Lindell from My Pillow.
Yeah, he needs to quit making his sheets over in Egypt.
He's getting his cotton from Egypt.
He's a good friend of ours. Stop, he's a good friend. I have a better idea. How about he buys some pillowcases from you guys?
Yes, I think that's a great idea.
See if we can broker that deal instead. We're going to say thank you to Mark Yeager, co-founder, and also daughter.
Yes.
Daughter, son, daughter, father, Andy Yeager. Thank you guys so much, and glad you guys came out. And by the way, the sheets, fantastic, folks.
Thank you so
guys.
much.